Can I take my time right there? Tasha, if they knew who you were and the power that you hold, they would not bother you. Say qualify that, Pastor. Thank you so much. Watch this. We preach the 25%. Some of you don't understand that, but let me run through that right quick. Stop trying to carry everybody in your life to the promised land. Jesus took 25%. He took Peter, James, and John. Watch this now. Jesus took 3 of them. Herod killed James. Herod killed someone from Jesus' inner circle. And then he was so brassy that he took Peter too. Can I tell you, if you got the seal of God, Jesus will come to your rescue. Jesus couldn't help but send the angel. He could not let Herod kill the 2 of the 3. Oh Lord, you ain't getting this. 25%. He killed James. Boasted. The people was happy. And so he didn't take Matthew. He didn't take one of the outside disciples. He took Peter. The same one who Jesus said, Peter, upon this rock, you can't kill me because I have to do a work for God. Who am I talking to today? He sought to take Peter. And because he sought to take Peter, he challenged the very authority of heaven. People understood who you were. They wouldn't challenge the authority of heaven. They wouldn't do what they do to you. Sometimes you just got to look at people and say, if you only know. And I'm not talking about in your mind. You got to look them in the eye, Ashley, and say, if you only knew. Don't warrant much more explanation than that. Just walk off. If you only knew, you wouldn't go there. Herod stretched forth his hands. You better be careful how you touching God's anointed. Oh, Lord. You better be careful. See, some people believe that only their man of God is the one who's anointed. Some people believe only their pastor anointed. Don't talk but my pastor. But can I tell you that as long as, Sterling, as long as you got that seal, who am I talking to today? Can I tell you the text, touch not God's anointing or do his prophets no harm. If you have the seal, the Bible says having this, oh Lord, you all ain't ready for me today. Having this seal, God knows who's his. You better be careful how you talk with the same lay member in the chair next to you, because they got a seal and God will certainly deliver them. Contrary to what people lead you to believe, Peter was not the chief apostle. The Catholic Church says Peter was the first pope. Okay, they can say that. Scriptures has no reference to Peter being the chief apostle. He was one of the great apostles, yes. But it never said that Peter was in charge of the church. The reason why the angel came to deliver Peter is because of Peter's connection. Peter had the seal. And he was in Jesus' inner circle. Can I tell you that as long as you have the seal, you don't have to answer everything. Can I tell you, you don't have to answer everything. Stop trying to answer everything. Just remember, man, every now and again, you got to look at yourself and say, boy, I got the seal. And they'll look at what you mean. Don't worry about that. I got the seal. And once you have the seal, the Bible says the foundation of God standeth. It stands sure. I don't answer everything because I know. Do me how you want to do me. Talk to me how you want to talk to me. But when things happen, I'm not surprised, because can you tell your neighbor, I got the seal. I got the seal. And so now the Bible says that Peter was put into prison. Okay, I want to talk to you now about the power of your pit stop. Watching NASCAR. And some of you are not like me and Dawn to be sports fans. And sports fans mean, Bodie, you watch all sports. You know, you watch curling. Anybody know what curling is? You watch curling. You watch ice hockey. You watch NASCAR. You watch sports. And in NASCAR, in fact, I've told myself, Pastor Dylan, and I believe this now. I indoctrinated my own self. I told myself, Sunday was made for three things: church, rest, and football. That's it. These 17 weeks at church, that's it. Sunday wasn't made for nothing else. Church, rest, football. And now if I could only get my wife to buy into that, I think I'll be okay. If I could get her to just buy into that. But the pit stop is a place in NASCAR. It is a necessity. Some of you see the dark areas of your life as a burden. But it's a necessity. Every person that did anything significant for God had a pit stop. In the pit, you find refreshment. The driver even gets clarity. He gets to communicate with his crew chief. He gets his tires changed. He gets minor repairs in the pit stop. In the pit stop, it takes about 20 seconds to do everything. And for you, that 20 seconds is quick. But for the driver in the car, that's a long time. You could be going through all hell. And people will say, boy, you get out of that so quick. But you in the middle of that say, boy, you don't know how long this take for me to get out of this. David had the cave of Adullam. Joseph had a pit. Peter had prison. Paul had prisons. Jeremiah had a prison. Jesus had a tomb. Moses had a basket. But out of the cave came King David. Out of the prison came Peter, a living legend. Out of the prison came Paul, the writer and chief apostle. Out of the prison came Jeremiah, the eagle-eyed prophet. Out of the tomb came I am the way, the truth, and the life. Out of the basket came Moses, the deliverer. Can I tell you, you just got to make it out. Can I tell you, baby, you just got to make it out of that pit. Can I tell you, just stay in the pit long enough. Nobody who went in the pit and came out of the pit came out the same way they went in. Who am I talking to today? Nobody who went in the pit come out with 4 new tires. See, it's a necessity. You may look at it like this person has overtaken me in life because they didn't pit stop. But can I tell you, if you watch NASCAR and you don't pit, it's detrimental for you at the end of the race because your tires, Pastor Sterling, they wear out and you don't finish the race. Can I tell you, the pit may be painful, but it's purposeful. Who am I talking to today? You got to go through the pit. Peter had to go into prison. But the Bible says in verse 5, go to Acts 12:5. Watch this now. Let me show you why Peter had to go to prison. It says, Peter therefore was what? Kept in prison. The kept in the text means to protect. It means to protect or guard from loss or injury or harm. It's different from verse 4 where it says, and they keep Peter. They keep Peter in prison. It was different. Because the keep there means to guard from escaping. Can I tell you that Jesus, God allowed Peter to go in. He kept him from some things. Because in the next verse it says that Herod meant to do him harm. Can I tell you that the pit that God allowed you to go in, God keeps you from people who seek to do you harm. You want to be on the go. You want to move. But God allows you to go in the pit. Can I tell you to stop rowing every darkness you have? Every darkness is not of the devil. Who am I talking to today? In fact, the Bible says that God hide us in the darkness. Can I tell you, every dark spot, baby, is not of the devil. The Bible says Peter was kept in prison. He was kept there. Why? He was kept there because Herod meant to do him harm. I heard Sam out here reminding you that someone could have robbed you this week. Someone could have did you harm this week, but God kept you. I heard somebody telling you that some things could have happened to you this week, but God kept you. Kept means to keep from loss. God won't allow me to go any further down. So he puts me in a pit scenario that I can hold on while my reinforcement comes. When Peter came out, Peter was stronger than he was when he went in. Can I tell you that you have to have a testimony? One more thing I want to talk to you about today is look to your neighbor, tell him, I got your back. In verse 5 it says, Peter therefore was kept in prison. Oh Lord, if I had strength now. It says, Peter therefore was kept in prison. Oh Jesus. Somebody can get it now. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer. Oh sure. But prayer was made. But prayer was made without. I got you, baby. I got you. I got you. You may be going through your issues, but I got you. You can't do no better, but I got you in this. You can't make it past it, but I got you. Prayer was made. See, understand that everything. See, but is a funny thing. See, it is important what you had to say before the but. That's important. But the minute someone says but, it disqualifies everything else that happened. Whatever you said before makes no difference, because now I'm going to give you the way out. Put that back on the screen. What y'all doing here? It says, Peter therefore was kept in prison. But Pastor Sterling, oh, Jesus. But Marcy, but Bodie, but Elikari, but some people who knew how to pray. They wasn't players, they was prayers. Oh, Lord, can I tell you, if I can't make it through, just pray. Just pray for me. Don't look down on me. Don't talk but me. Pray for me. If you don't understand why I'm in my pit so long, just pray for me. Get my back, man. If you don't understand what's going on with me, pray for me. Come see some cynical people in the church. Peter walked with God. Why is he in prison? Why, Sister Renee, down like that? Why Delaree's got to be going through this? Why Marcy? Where is the God she talk about? You better be careful how you touching me when I'm in my pit. You better be careful what you say about me while I in my pit. Because I don't need to hear you. When we were growing up, I think Assembly Walsh wrote the song, My Lord is writing all. Oh, Jesus. He's writing all the time. He sees what you do. Here's what you say. I don't need to hear you, but I know God hears you. You better be careful how you touch God's people while they're in their pit. It says Peter therefore was kept in prison, but someone who knew the old people didn't have. They didn't have this tertiary education. Actually, they never went to college. But when they got up to testify on Sunday morning, when they were done, giving him 3 notes of thanks, 3 notes of praise, and calling him by his name, the last thing Mama would say, those who know. Oh, Jesus. Those who know the virtual prayer. Just pray for me. Don't talk about me. Pray for me. If you don't understand, in fact, look to your neighbor. Tell them, if you don't understand, just pray for me. Sometimes seek to judge people by the time when they up. When they're going through a pit, but in ignorance, not understanding that God allows a pit per person. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.